Is it nothing to you, or ye that pass by? Behold and see if there be any sorrow, like unto my sorrow. These words are taken from the Lamentations of Jeremiah, the prophet charged with telling the people that unless they changed their selfish ways and returned to God, destruction would fall upon them. Good Friday is a day of lament. It is also a time to turn to God and be still, to reflect and pray. Of course, we know how the story ends, but for today, let us stay with the sorrow and anguish that Jesus endured. Let us stand and gaze at the foot of the cross and accompany Jesus in his agony as we remember the excruciating pain that he endured out of love for all humanity. As we look upon the mighty victim, let Jesus share in our grief and brokenness, my grief and brokenness, your grief and brokenness. As the psalmist writes, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Are there times when injustice feels too strong to bear? Let the man who is handed over to be executed for showing a message of peace and for helping the poor and sick, let him share in your disillusionment of humanity. Are you ill or in any pain? Let him who was tortured, flogged, and had nails driven through his hands and feet share in your pain. Are you feeling lonely in confinement? Let Jesus who hung deserted on a cross share in your loneliness and isolation. Never was love, dear King, never was grief like thine. When we love someone, be it our family, our children, a friend, a partner, we'll do almost anything for them, care for them, make sacrifices for them, change life as we knew it for them. Greater love hath no one than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Is it nothing to you, all ye that pass by? No. In these unsettling times, our eyes are opened to the heroes in our communities, the nurses, the doctors, carers, cleaners, and we are coming together to support and show our appreciation each evening across the whole wide world. Volunteers are shopping for the vulnerable, making telephone calls to the elderly and lonely to show they care, along with so many unknown acts of kindness. I dare say this world has rarely experienced so much care and prayer for one another. Remember also to care and pray for yourself and remain with Christ. Let his death, which we remember today, never be in vain. Let Christ accompany you in your sorrow, in your loss, in your solitude. For this day of death is the eternal message of the most profound act of love. In closing, let us reflect on that divine, unconditional love. My song is love unknown, my Saviour's love for me, love to the loveless shown that they might lovely be. This is my friend, in whose sweet praise I all my days could gladly spend.